And hey guys, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Pokemaniac, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, we helped Sensei out and got her Pokedex back from the galactic goons of Veilstone City, and then Looker came charging over, late as per usual, to, clean up, or basically take credit for the cleanup job we just did for him. And we also got the the HM for Fly. And we are heading to Pastoria City. And let me tell you, we just got the Valor Lakefront and, what is this, Route 214? Whew. Route 214 was rough. There were a lot of trainers there, a lot of Pokemon to go over. But with that, we can move right along. Oh, we get ourselves an Ultra Ball. That's nice. Ain't got many of those. So, like I was saying in the last episode, we did hit Valor Lakefront. Unfortunately, we can't do it. It's a little more exciting. It sounds more exciting than it is at the moment because of these guys. The Pokemon of the lake won't come out if it senses people. We're lying in ambush for it here. They have cameras, so I assume the ambush is to catch it on film. They say there's a legendary Pokemon at this lake. I aim to capture it on film like I've done before. It was me who filmed that red Gyarados at the Lake of Rage. Oh, this guy's famous. Okay, so we saw his little program at the front, but that's just an excuse to keep us out of Lake Valor. In Diamond and Pearl, however, it will be two, I think, basically climate activists who are preventing you from going in there, which I think is a kind of a funny, they were deceived by Team Galactic into standing guard there. So I actually kind of like that better. Of all the things in Diamond and Pearl, or Platinum that were changed, I think that is probably one of the ones I don't like as much. So let's, it's a fancy little place. Let's see what this lady has to say. Oh, what am I to do? I've gone and dropped my sweet key somewhere again. How sweet is that key, girl? And at least it's not a lift key. The hotel people won't be happy with me. I'm sure I had it when I left the reception counter earlier. If I only had a Poke Etch app called the Dowsing Machine, it would be so easy to find, hint hint. Well, alrighty then. With that, let's bust out the dowsing machine. So this, as you mentioned, this little area, I went the wrong way again. I will never go the right way on my Pokédex. Anything? So nothing in this area. So we move right along. Anything in this area? It's probably not going to be like super close to her. What's that? Oh, that might be this little area. Oh, it is. It's totally this area. But if we try going this way... Stop! Yes, you. Sunny Shore City, which is down this road, had a major blackout. Ironic. Crews are working on restoring power, but the road's closed now. Okay, so we can't go there. We can't go to Sunny Shore. Sunny Shore is a place we will be getting to later. Not at the moment, though, and rolling blackouts in Sunny Shore is kind of... Well, I mean, I guess that's bad news, too, because... They're kind of the, known for their electricity and energy. But if we come over here, oh my goodness, this is not going to be as easy as I had hoped it would. There's a little restaurant there, which we will get to in just a moment. Come on, how hard could it be to find a sweet key? Oh, could this be it? Okay, so we gotta go down a couple of steps. One more. And, okay, there it is. There's a sweet key. Okay, so I'm gonna cut to this because that took embarrassingly long to find the sweet key. So yeah, this is their little reception area, but this lady literally dropped it right out of the reception area and then could not even get to her room without losing the key. But if we return it, yeah, drop your sweet key. Oh, that's my sweet key. You found it for me? That's so sweet of you. Thank you. And she can go in, and then we can go right in. Which, that would be really weird, honestly. Like, someone, it's like, oh, thanks for helping me find my key to my hotel, and they're standing there waiting to go inside with you. Like, thanks for helping me out. Here's something for your trouble. And we get ourselves the White Flute, which is a pretty unique item. What does the White Flute do again? Heals some status, I believe. Okay, no, never mind. So the White Flute, you may have got this from the Glass Blower in Gen 3. There are a bunch of different flutes. The White Flute makes wild Pokemon more likely to appear, which is kind of counterproductive to both what I'm trying to do as a trainer and as a video maker. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid wild Pokemon. Thanks, lady. So for your trouble, which isn't too much trouble, I mean, hey, you got the Pokeitch app anyway, so you may as well use it. And then I guess we will explore the restaurant here in a second, but before we do that, if we come down here, we can get ourselves a PP up. All right, you don't see those every day. And what do you have to say? I'd rather be in a pool than the sea. The salty tang of the sea tastes like my tears after a hard day's work. I feel it. I feel it. Probably one of the more relatable characters in Gen 4. And someone's staring forlorn out the window. Hi, I'm the game director. Oh, maybe not forlorn at all. Hi, Mr. Game Director. I'm your friendly neighborhood Pokemaniac. Oh, you're working on filling a Pokedex? I hope you come show me your Pokedex when you filled it up more. So yeah, make sure you remember the game dev here is in the hotel on vacation. No doubt, after a lot of crunch time, getting Pokemon Platinum out after Diamond and Pearl. That could not have been easy turnaround time, let me tell you. But moving right along. Is there any other buildings really worth going into? I suppose we got a couple over here, and you know, maybe I would just learn to use the dowsing machine that's already out. No hidden items over here, but there are plenty of hotel rooms we can just barge into. These aren't even hotel rooms. They're like, well, they appear to be villas, but they about the size of a hotel room. Let me gaze into your eyes. I will read your fortune. An unseeable accident, look, that's terrifying. Whether you succumb to it or rise above, it all depends on you. Oh, that's creepy. Imagine if I just like walked outside and then just got flattened by like a Miltank or a Dawn fan rolling by. Me, I'm just a simple guy. I let my guitar do all the talking. All I need is music and Pokemon. I can shine wherever I go if I have those things in my life. I hear there are guys like me who go around to Pokemon centers. So yeah, it's not very useful, but Mr. Guitar Guy, you will find guitar guys in centers that will battle you. We're a traveling troupe of street performers. In place of a formal introduction, please take this. And we get TM92. Aw. I know I really fear going up and talking to all these clowns because they're smug, intimidating aura really puts me off, but they've been really good at giving us cool stuff. And Trick Room is one of the better moves you can get. So as the clown explains, if you use Trick Room, very philosophical at the end there, how you use it is up to you. I'm inspired. So it'll make the slow Pokemon move first and the fast Pokemon move last, which can be a super good strategy depending on team composition, and it can set you up for a bunch of surprise sweeps. So definitely great move. Go ahead and use it. Is that right? You're a traveler? Yes, it's good to see other places. Have you heard of the Tin Tower in the Johto region? Actually, I most certainly have. The rainbow-colored Pokemon. I must see that during my lifetime. All right, so that Pokemon he's talking about is, of course, none other than Ho-Oh, which resides in the Tin Tower, and also Ash caught a glimpse of in the first episode. Now, before we go over to the restaurante, because you can guess what's coming there, let's go talk to some people here in the lobby. This hotel is so romantic. I hope a night on a Pokemon will sweep me away from my honeymoon here. Aw, well, I wanted to be encouraging, but I almost said keep dreaming. I meant that to keep the dream alive and everything, but I realized if I would have said that, it would have sounded so horrible. Hello? You wish to stay a night? But you have no reservations. I'm afraid we're totally booked. You may rest a while if you wish. Oh, that's nice. So this guy up here will heal your Pokemon for you. We've restored your Pokemon to full health. We hope to see you again. Now, see, it makes sense coming from this guy because he's he's like a bellhop or a, hotel guy. They want to see you again. But anywho, with that, let us go into the restaurante where, you guessed it, there are people just waiting for bet. Do you guys ever get tired of your jobs? I can't imagine that's comfortable having a camera in your face while you're eating lunch. At our restaurant, you can enjoy more than exquisite dining. You may also partake in battles. Bon appetit! Alright, and there's a lot of people here. Let's see our structure. Let's go with the OG team again. I really like that. No, let's go Zuko and Maytag. I feel like that's a pretty deadly combination that no one in here is going to survive. Now, this restaurant, the people in here and the trainers in here will change daily. So that's a pretty cool gimmick. You can always come here, get more money, see more Pokemon, get more experience points. Super nice. My Pokemon buddies here. I went on a date with you, Allison. Well, they're probably going to hate me for it. Aren't you Allison's fan too? I don't know Allison. No. Also, that's funny. It's kind of like that trope, where his nerdy buddies would be mad that he's got a date while they don't. Sorry? What? Date? Eugene, you're a valued customer and all. And even though I said that, I admit the invitation was flattering. So I accepted his invitation. I let my Pokemon decide for my fickle heart. Let's battle. Oh, so how about that? So Eugene making the lady's heart flip-flop. I'll tell you, hey, that's better than a solid no. So how about yes? I say we accept that invitation for battle. And of course, you're going to battle both of them. So we've got Eugene and Allison. Aw, I think they make a cute couple. Feebas and Roselia. So that's fun theming they've got going on here. So Feebas being the ugly Pokemon and Roselia being the beautiful Pokemon. I like that combo. Real beauty in it's not even beauty in the beast. It's beauty in the ugly duckling situation. But Feebas, who apparently has better things to pay attention to. He looks like he's looking off into the distance. Something else has his attention. Is a Pokemon we haven't seen thus far. Feebas is a pure water type Pokemon. You have to get, it's a very unique evolution too. Feebas, you have to increase its beauty of all things to maximum level and then level it up, and it will evolve into Milotic, which is one of the best water type Pokemon you can just have, period. Super bulky, super defensive, and great special attack. Last generation, Wallace had Milotic as his prime star Pokemon, so highly recommend. Feebas, usually hard to find. Not as hard to find in this generation, I think. But again, I kind of like the theming here. I don't care if I lose, I'm still a happy guy. Good on you. Wow, you're too much. Uh-oh. Did I just blow Eugene's chances with Allison? It's true what they say. There's no evil among Pokemon fans. That goes for you and Eugene. Okay, so. Oh, that's not a definitive answer, Allison. Aw, hey, this dude is smitten. I've not seen many people so smitten with another person. My day's really enjoying my daddy's cooking. She has a dreamy expression after every bite. I'm feeling great. Sure, I'll have a battle with you. That's why you approached us, right? No. And just like that. So if you say no to their invitations, you'll be able to read the other dialogue, but they'll just turn back. The succulent flavor, it reminds me of a world trip I took. My daddy and I traveled everywhere, dining on at the best restaurants. Eating this fabulous meals really lifted my spirits. Join us for... Yes, after hearing both of you talking about daddy and how much money and restaurants you've been to. Rich boy Roman and Lady Kylie. I gotta give them a licking, as it were. Lick a tongue here to accent my point. Oh, look at that Cleffa. So look how happy Cleffa is. There's only a couple of pixels, but they really get that, that just sheer happiness across. What should I hit that Cleffa with? I think I'll hit it with a Shockwave since it's stab. I'm not expecting the Cleffa to survive. I'm expecting the Lickitung to take more than one hit, obviously. But this Cleffa, I think Shockwave will take it out. I'm not sure if Air Slash would have done it, but I'm not too intimidated about what a Cleffa is going to do to me. Well, it's kind of hard to say after watching Sensei's Clefairy use... What was it? Was it a... It wasn't Spatial Rend, it was the other one, but that was... Oh, Luster Purge. That's what it was. That's so funny. Oh my goodness, I'm not getting over that. Now we use Air Slash to finish off this Cleffa. Oh, and of course, the rich girl uses a full restore on her Cleffa. Oh, did Daddy buy you the full restore as well? And oh, did we get a low roll on that Lickitung? That's not cool. Wow, dang. That did almost... disabled? Oh my gosh, that Lickitung just that Lickitung just disabled my Rotom. How dare you? We'll let oh, of course, full restore for Rich Boy Roman as well. Can't just leave well enough alone. But yeah, so can't use Air Slash now that we're disabled. Thanks a lot. Disable's it's a really weird move. Like, usually Psychic Pokemon have it. I don't know how a Lickitung would go about disabling your Pokemon, but at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. All right. Oh, and there's Clefairy. There's something I'm scared of. But a Mach Punch should make... no, you know what? We should use Mach Punch on Lickitung. If we get a high roll, I'm pretty sure that's going to take it out. There's a little more of a chance of it taking out. Well, it's not going to matter now because that Clefairy used Follow Me and becomes the center of attention. So, well, fun fact too, Follow Me is actually the strategy that Sejun Park in 2014 used with his Pachirisu to, you know, win the what's that, World Series? World Series of Pokemon? Huh? You gonna go see the World Series? All right, and a Stomp. I will say this hasn't been a hard battle. It's been an annoying battle. If I had to give any critique to these rich kids over here, which makes perfect sense for a couple of rich kids, I guess, if you ask me. I could have probably double teamed that Lickitung and taken it out and then only had to deal with the Clefairies. It would have made it marginally less annoying, but you know what? I can't complain too much. Take that, Roman and Kylie. I never thought I'd lose at Daddy's restaurant.
Oh, how could I lose at dear Papa's restaurant, Daddy?
So, are your... Okay, so it is his father's restaurant, but she said Daddy too, so are they, do the dad's business? I'm not going to ask too many questions. I find it's better in these situations to just move on. But we use a Moo Moo Milk here to heal up Zuko. And I'll tell you what, I think Zuko's been doing a great job so far, but we're going to throw Autumn up there so Autumn and Maytag can get some experience so that they can level up respectively. Now, some days are busier than others. Like, we have, it's looking like 5 battles in here. You won't always have this many people in the restaurant. That'll vary as well, so. Do mothers and fathers go off to eat like this? I mean, without taking their kids along? But that's okay. It's way more fun to battle than go eat fancy dinners. No, we're gonna say no to you just to see what, mommy has to say over here.
This is a special occasion, Esteban. This is to celebrate your great grades.
Oh, so that's her son? Oh, a battle, you say? Well, certainly, why not? All right. So I suppose that's her son. I don't know. These dialogue options are weird. Aw, it totally is. School kid Esteban and Pokefan Meredith. A mama taking her boy out to celebrate, for getting good grades. I like that. It's very sweet. All right, and it's like Autumn is facing his alternate dimension rival right now, Quagsire, another ground water type Pokemon, which is also a phenomenal Pokemon as well, and also really happy. I don't know what it is about these ground water types, but they seem to be just absolutely digging life. Ooh, an X item, an X special defense, which is probably a smart move. That Pichu might be living because of this. Never mind. It's Maytag. What was I thinking? And then let's see. Hopefully this Quagsire doesn't have something stupid like Water Absorb. And we can get off this Water Pulse. Okay, not bad. So this is going to be neutrally effective considering Quagsire is partially... It resists water with its water typing, and it's weak to water with its ground typing, so that evens out to neutral. But that didn't do a whole heck of a lot, so I say we Mud Bomb this Pachirisu that just came out, and then we'll use Maytag to Ominous Wind that Quagsire. And with any luck, Maytag will be able to take out this Quagsire. It's super bulky. It's very, very similar to Autumn. If you want a ground water type that isn't Gastrodon, I say go pick up Quagsire. Another great Pokemon. I think it's more defensive than offensive. Well, Autumn, I feel, has more offensive capabilities than a Quagsire does, where a Quagsire has a little bit more defensive capabilities than Autumn does. So just kind of pick your poison type of thing. If this was 2nd gen and I wanted a water ground type Pokemon, it's Quagsire all the way. If it's 3rd gen, however, though, well, if you heard right. I like Mudkips, so I'd be using Swampert in 3rd generation. And, oh, take that. Doesn't even affect Maytag. Quagsire couldn't use Mud Bomb because Maytag's got a Levitate on it. It's that easy. It's that easy. We'll clean up with one more Ominous Wind. Again, I can't get over how cute that Pachirisu is. So, I mean, it makes sense why they let, Pachirisu be one of the few Pokemon that you can let out of your Pokeball in Amity Square. Actually, I mean, if you saw it in the Diamond footage, I actually caught myself a Pachirisu because I feel like it balanced the team very well, and, I talked about it before. Is the dessert coming soon? Aw, so maybe I ruined their dinner. Maybe it's not the best idea to go around and beat up patrons while they're trying to eat. Actually, you know what? Okay, kids, it's assignment time. Go out next time you're at a restaurant, take your Switch or your DS, whatever, and challenge the people who are already there to Pokemon battles and see what happens. Report back to me. I need a report on my desk by Monday. So yeah, if you could do that, that would be great. But see what these two are doing. Let's start with a shot of the drinks as a camera test. Huh? You're inviting us to battle at a time like this? No. Right back to work, I'm telling you.
Today's featured drink is the freshly squeezed juice made from ripened pecha berries picked this morning.
Are you ever off?
Pardon? Pokemon? Okay. A quick one before we do any filming for the show.
No, you're going to want to record this because I'm about to kick your guys' butts. All right, cameraman Daryl and reporter Valerie. All right. Ooh, Magnemite and Curlia. Not bad at all. I'm wondering if that Magnemite's got Levitate. Maybe, we don't even have to find out if I don't want to. We're going to Water Pulse that Curlia, and we're going to use the Flame Wheel on that Magnemite. And let's see how this does. Magnemite is pretty oh, no, I shouldn't have even been worried. It's Suko. It's Suko. What am I worried about? I don't need to be worried about nothing. Decent experience points from a Magnemite. Are you kidding me? I don't think this Water Pulse is going to take out Curlia, though. I got pretty dang close. And the confusion. Autumn may have evolved, but is still the Autumn we know and love. This is going to hurt really, really bad. Because we are now... One of the downsides to get... There are a great bunch of upsides. Oh, gosh, it's here. Okay, nobody move. This vision's based on movement. We can maybe get around this. Yeah, say hello to Mr. Mime. But as I was saying earlier, we should probably address that while I'm still on the subject. Don't get pulled in too many directions. There are a lot of benefits to Autumn now being a ground and water type. There are a few downsides. One of them being Autumn is now quad weak to grass type moves. So if you're coming up against a grass type or a Pokemon that has a grass type move, it's going to hurt literally twice as much as it used to. But we still pull through. Autumn, I trust in Autumn's bulk. So I had no doubt Autumn was going to survive that. However, we do want to get this Mr. Mime off of the screen as fast as possible, even though we haven't seen one yet. We did see Mime Jr., which is the pre-evolved form Mr. Mime got in this generation. And funny enough, takes a couple more generations, but Mr. Mime even gets an evolution. Not in this one, though. Mr. Mime, Psychic-type Pokemon. Its name is Barrier in Japanese, and that kind of represents more what it does. So Mr. Mime, while having decent special attack, it's a Psychic-type Pokemon, they're going to have decent special attack. It also, it's basically there to set up defenses for the rest of your team. So it can get the moves Reflect, Light Screen, and Barrier, so that that will benefit the rest of your team for the battle, which is, pretty useful, I must say. We're gonna swap Warbeak up here for Zuko. I think we can give a Moo Moo Milk over to Autumn, just because. And look at that, so thick, Autumn. Look at 122 HP. They grow up so fast. I'm telling you what. Seems like just yesterday we caught that goofy, smiling little sea slug on the corner of the Valley Windworks. But for us, this is our last group duo of trainers in the restaurant.
This beverage's coloration borders are... This beverage's coloration borders on the positively toxic. However, my analysis indicates that it is composed of natural ingredients. What is it? You are? Oh, yes, a trainer.
No. Okay, back to it. Oh dear, I wish you wouldn't. We're at a fancy restaurant and you want to analyze what's served? Oh, you're a trainer? Yeah. Okay, so hey, sometimes the nerd does get the girl. Actually, scientist Emilio and Pokemon breeder Kaylee. Oh, they're a cute couple. And apparently they have some scary Pokemon. There's a Kadabra and Apom. Look at, I'm telling you, look at that. Even though you're missing some frames, Apom, I still love you. I think you're cute. Bouncing on its tail. It doesn't even look like it's doing a good job of that. It looks like it would be bouncing on, like, okay, what I would consider the thumb or the pinky of its tail. That looks like what it's balancing on, which doesn't seem too comfortable. But also what's probably not comfortable is getting smacked in the face with a water pulse. And with any luck, okay, next special, we are going to outspeed this Kadabra. Okay, good. Threat has been neutralized. There's no Kadabra that is surviving Warbeak's Wings of War. Period. I don't care how many we come up against. It just doesn't work. Also, I think it's kind of cool. A lot of times scientists are depicted with having, at least in this generation, tons of scientists have Kadabras, which is kind of funny too. I mean, I know it's like, because they have the big brain, the intelligence and everything, which makes sense, but I also kind of like to see, I like to look at it where it's, because psychic and magic, magician stuff, like that seems to be, sometimes when put up against science, it seems to be in an entirely different realm all of its own. But I think it's kind of, cute that, some of these scientists have these psychic type Pokemon kind of embracing the, supernatural, which might be outside of a scientist's wheelhouse most of the time, but oh man, speaking of wheelhouses, speaking of wheels or balls, I don't know, I was trying to segue that. Look at this uncomfortable Meryl on the screen. He just looks like he's not supposed to be here. Like, oh, okay, what do I do? Oh gosh, geez, I'm not ready for this. Say hello to Meryl, the evolved form of Azurill, which we haven't seen thus far. Meryl, along with being a pretty bulky water-type Pokemon, evolves into a Azumarill, and I think it's a pretty decent Pokemon. Pretty, again, like most water types, it's pretty bulky, but also it's got good physical attack. Which is pretty unique for a water-type Pokemon. Again, can't really recommend it in prior generations, but right now, if you got into Azumarill, physical water attacks, it would work phenomenally well. Also, it's kind of like Togekiss in the fact that in Gen 6, it also gets the Fairy subtyping. So if you're still kind of on the edge about using it, I'd say maybe wait until 6th Gen. So to get your Azumarill. But that was Meryl, and aside from being a great name for a theme park, possibly called Maryland, I think it's just a really neat Pokemon. And Swablu, I've got no good... Oh, I do. I got Body Slam. Swablu, I've got one good move for you when it comes to Autumn. That was some bars. And an Aerial Ace should make quick work. This little... it kind of looks like an old guy's head, like it's got fluffy white hair, but it's bald on the top. You can't see it now, we killed it too fast, but Swablu's a Pokemon we haven't seen thus far. My goodness, we're just rolling in them today. It is a dragon flying type Pokemon, introduced in Gen 3, super defensive, but also a very good attacker. So if you want a nice bulky, if you need something that's a wall and you like dragon type Pokemon, I'd go with Swablu. Really weak to ice though, that's the only thing to watch out for. Cheers, dear. Please don't start analyzing what we just drank. Actually. And with that, we, we, cleared out the restaurant. It was busy today. I'll tell you what, guys, that was a marathon for me as well. I mean, I know it's like, you guys sitting through those battles, like, but geez, oh man. Yeah, let's rest for a little bit, heal up our Pokemon before we move on, because, geez. Whew. Hopefully that is the last of our worries for a little bit. And oh, look, we get rewarded. We get ourselves a yellow shard. Oh, too easy. All right, and with that, guys, we're gonna end this episode off here. We still have a little bit more to go. I'm telling you, they put you through the gauntlet to get to Pastoria City. That's no lie at all. But we made not even decent progress. We literally got from the front of the hotel or the resort area to the other side of it. Well, I guess this is technically the front. So we got from the back of the resort to the front of it. And next time we're going to be taking on the beach. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for sitting through all of these battles. If you liked what you saw, smash that subscribe button. Like, dislike, whatever you're feeling like. And until next time, I will catch you later. Running, running in the doors. Running, running here some more. Running in the doors. Running indoors. Pokemon 4th Gen.